What's up? I'm back. 8:39, 7:27, September 7th. And I'm going to be walking in the woods until my phone dies. I don't got a lot. I got 25%. And so this will be like a two-parter probably. Half of it will be me out here in the woods. And then the other half will be me in the truck later. But the day was fire. The day was sick, bro. The day was ridiculous. Like life itself is what you make it in every instance. And like I could have woke up this morning, I could have been depressed, I could have said my bank account's low or this or that, or what's gonna happen 3 months from now, what's gonna happen 5 years from now. Like, is that gonna incapacitate me? I'm all alone, I don't have anybody with me. I got a couple people that support me, but they don't support me. They support me the way that they need to, because I'm crazy, I'm fast. Like, this is a thing. It's like I gotta do stuff on my own. And like the point is, like, I understand I need people with me, I need collaboration, but it's still never gonna be the same like other people do it. I just don't ever perceive it that way, because I'm a very self-sufficient person. And so it kind of has to always be this way to an extent until I have a partner here with me. But and then even then we may be two independent people that only spend our other bit of time together. So who knows? But I don't know any of it. But that's the point. I don't know any of it, and I'm okay with it. And I just do what it is that I feel. And I don't know how my energy, dude, that's fire. There's like two leaves that are yellow that are pointing at each other. Like, so the pointy ends are touching each other. It's beautiful. And it's weird that I love leaves, but I love everything. I love everything. And that's the point. You have to get to the point where you can appreciate everything. One breath, every sting, even though the mosquitoes bite the piss out of me and it pisses me off, like I still love it in a sense, because it lets me know I'm alive. That little bit of pain, that little bit of itching, a little bit of scratching, it lets you know that you're alive. And if you can appreciate that you're alive, then you can start to appreciate other things. But I guess that is the issue, right? Is having to become okay with being alive. And I think that's the issue. Is like, why? I don't know, that's a very difficult subject, because that's going to be intertwined in everyone's going to be different. Everyone's going to feel like a victim, or nothing's working out for me, or nobody loves me, and everyone makes fun of me. And I don't know, I lived all that, so I don't know. Everyone's jealous, everyone puts shame and guilt on me, everyone tells me I'm doing wrong, everyone's telling me I'm not enough or good enough, or I got to do it their way. For me, it's more about conforming. And that's what gets me. That's what gets me the most. Is trying to not conform to other people. And my music is weird right now. I gotta fix it. Let's go. Yeah. Voice recorder. All right. And yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing is for me. It's like I conformed so little before I knew any better that it really stunted everything. It really messed me up. And it's fine. I mean, because now I can appreciate the time I have left, whether it's a year, whether it's a week, whether it's a day. It doesn't matter. Like I talked to somebody yesterday and I was like, dude, I live like I'm dying. And it doesn't mean I'm not chasing women, or I'm not chasing women. I don't have time for that. I don't have time to chase somebody who's not going to give me anything in return. That's not a priority. I would love one. And it makes me sick to say that. But it's like, I just have to live for me. I've been broken so bad my whole life. I can't afford to chase somebody and get broken again. End of discussion. Like, I'm not gonna do it. I was broken my whole fucking life, chasing after something I could never get, that I've never had. I'm not doing it again. That's the point. That's why it looks like I'm okay, because I fucking broken enough. I've been broken my whole life. It's hard to get broken anymore when you're already at the floor of existence and you've already been broken into thousands and thousands and thousands of pieces. Not gonna happen. Looks like I'm heartless, sure. Because my heart was shattered over and over and over again my whole life. And so now it's just like, fuck it. I'll do me because it is what it is. If I break my own heart, it is what it is. I can put it back together like I did before, again and again and again and again. And I was thinking about that when I was doing the woodwork today, right now. In this video, man, I was like, dude, this is what, I get it. I get why people call me heartless. I get why people call me cold. Because in one instance I am. I have to be. I've already been destroyed so much. It is what it is. It is what it is. I can't expect anything other than total destruction, the total annihilation, over and over and over again. And it's nobody else's fault but my own for having crazy ass expectations, and then me being a bitch, me running, me being avoidant attachment, maybe me scared of confrontation, me not speaking up and pushing the other party. But I'm gonna walk another way. Because it's dark. There's like a dark mass in the distance, and I don't want to like scare them. It's a dog. Plus, I don't like, dogs are weird when they see me at night. Because I could be a threat. But plus it's starting to get pretty dark. But yeah, man, I was really thinking about it because I was thinking about, I do come off as a dick. I do come off as a prick. I do come off as heartless. And I can't correct that. I don't know how. Because, like, I was just broken. Like, the max capacity of broken. And that's why, like, I've been speaking that my external world has been on fire. Because I've kind of denied it. I've kind of ran from it. And just accepted it. And just letting it burn down, understanding that that is part of the transition that had to take place. And I've talked about this where I wrote on my computer that we had to break you before we could fix you. That was just something that came through me. So I understood that I thought I was already broken. But then it's kind of like a totality of the experiences of everything that I'm doing. I am repairing myself, but I'm breaking something and repairing, breaking and something and repairing, repair, replace. I did a job not long ago, and I told the guy, I was like, if anything happens, if anybody shows up, repair, replace, repair, replace, repair, replace. Because legally, that's how you can get away with stuff, is by repair, replacing it, and then you don't have to have this, you don't have to have that, whatever. But you just gotta know the laws, because it's all for revenue, it's all scams anyways. But it is for protection for homeowners and whatnot and stuff like that. But it is what it is. But repair, replace, and that's where I just talk about, like, everything coexists with everything else. Everything, you can use it, and it all makes sense together. And but yeah, today, like, dude, I was having fun. And I really don't know why my energy was super crazy today, but I just went with it. I went with it because, why not? I gotta go back to work soon. I got a lot of work coming up, so I'm gonna be busy. And so I kind of knew that today was my last day of creating art. Once I started, I knew I'm not gonna be able to create art for a minute, probably. And so I kind of just went balls to the wall with it. And it's so funny because, like, I was trying to figure out how to do it, and somebody told me nature wants to be a part of my art, and I knew that. I got feathers in my art, I got dirt in my art, I got mud in my art, I got all kinds of stuff in my art when I'm painting outside. When I paint in the house, I really only have feathers. But it was so crazy because I had these. I'll go around, buddy. I just don't want to scare you. Of the dog. But Yeah, it was crazy because I had these 2 pallets and they were wood, so it was like easy for me to attach wood too. And it was so funny because I had a buddy, he texted me like 2 months ago. He's like, he said, I want those pallets. And then when I finally met him, because I deleted my contacts and all that, so I didn't have his number. And then I traveled for a month or 3 weeks. And so then I called him. Well, then we met up, whatever. And then I told him, I was like, you said you wanted those pallets. And that was kind of the end of it. He's like, I don't remember that. And I was like, well, it is what it is. And then so today, a couple days ago, someone was like, they have some of my paintings, and I gave them to him to let him try and do something with them, add something to them. And he was like, his wife said that nature wants to be a part of it. So I was like, yeah, I know. I just haven't had the gumption to put it on there yet. And so then it just sparked it today. I was like, well, fuck it. Let's do it. I got all this driftwood everywhere. It's time to use it. It won't take me very long. And it did. It only took me 2 hours to do like 4 of them or 3 of them. And like I said, at some point I got to get rid and start cleaning out my house. But I can't even do any more art now. Like, it was so hard for me to get these pieces back into the house. Like, I can't even fit through doors. I broke the big one as soon as I came in. The right side of it broke, 2 pieces of it. So I need bigger screws to put that back on. And it just kind of signified something, like when someone walked into the house that got broken. And because it was that piece. That piece is significant to somebody else. And but I'll fix it, I'll screw it. And it's so funny. It doesn't mean I'm the best at what I do, because I'm definitely not. And repair-wise or work-wise, but I use screws for a reason. I don't nail anything. And when I looked at my art today, it's all made with screws. And the thought came up in my head was, you don't nail anything, Cody. You always screw it. Why? And this is like, so screws cost more money. And so I switched to screws a long time ago, especially when I went out on my own and started working for myself. I just started buying screws. I hate nails. Nails can't hold on to it. You know, you can get ring shake nails, but they're still not that good. So I always just get screws. And so like people that I work for all the time, they understand and they know, like they're like, buy all the screws you want, man. And because they're expensive as shit. And so yeah, I always use screws. So that's where it's like you start to understand in this journey, everything is telling you something. Like, you don't nail people, you screw them. You don't nail people, Cody. You screw them. And I don't know what that means. You don't nail people, Cody. You screw them. Meaning when you screw them, like it's on there forever. It's always. It's always. And I look at that because it's like, as I go around town, and now that I've distanced myself from people, I'm trying to think, like, is that positive or is it negative? And I don't know. It's almost like I screw myself to them. Like, once you meet me, I'm always in your mind. And it's not good or bad, but that's part of my purpose. That's why I'm trying to show you guys another way. That's why I'm trying to show you how I'm happy and joyous, even when my world is burning down. Even when, like, externally, like, I have nothing. I've lost everything. I am utterly alone. You know, really. Other than when people need me to fix something. And so you don't see me going out hanging out with people. Like, people don't call me to hang out. Like, I get it. I get that I'm a lot. But that's what I learned is, like, you have to be happy on your own. You have to be happy on your own. And I know what I do. I know who I am. And this is why early on in my journey, I said I was the Grim Reaper. Because I am. I've always been. I've been the Grim Reaper before, the literal one, and I'm doing it again. It was part of whatever. But it was funny because, like, it was one time I talked to somebody and they said, this is when me and my older brother wasn't talking. They said that they thought that they listened to one of my talks, and I said I'm the Grim Reaper, you know. And they said that it blew my mind that they thought that I was gonna hurt them or something. I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, the Grim Reaper comes and collects. He comes and takes you away when it's your time. Well, he's bringing a new idea. He's making you see something. You can run from it, but it's time to change. And I laughed in this dude's face because I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm gonna hurt somebody. I was like, the Grim Reaper doesn't kill anybody. It's their time. He takes them to where they're going, to the next transition, when their time is over. And that's kind of what I do, and that's what I did for myself. I had the Grim Reaper myself, because then I died, and then I had to transform over into something new, to this. But like, my physical vessel died. I literally died. Every aspect of me died. I literally crucified myself. I'm standing right now where I carried out the cross. And it was a rough day. It was a rough day dragging a 20-foot tree out of here. And then put it in my front yard. Understanding the concept of what I'm doing. And what it represented. It wasn't easy. This journey is anything but easy. But it's the only path to true happiness, to true joy, to true acceptance of thyself. And until you can accept yourself, like, at least a little, and it doesn't mean I can't help you, because I want to help you. I want you to come here. I want to hold you. I want to sit with you. I want to let you cry, or whatever it is that you got to do, and let you know it's safe. I want to sit in front of you, make you feel safe enough to where you can talk out whatever it is you want. And I tell some of my friends that, you know, like, you just let me know what I need to do. I'll sit with you. I'll go to your hospital bills with places with you. I'll wear a blindfold and wear headphones. I don't need to hear or see anything, but I will sit with you, because no one sat with me. No one sat with me. It doesn't mean that you need anyone, because you don't. But it sure makes it a fuck ton easier, I suspect. To have people that you trust, to have someone hold you and make you feel okay. Like, it's so weird. Like I said, I got a massage, and then they massaged my face, and they never did it before. And they were rubbing my face, and I was like, dude, this is so weird. It makes me feel like a little child, and it felt so adorable. I felt like so accepted. Like them just rubbing my face and my nose, and like a fucking child. I was like, dude, I don't remember. I kind of maybe remember my mom doing that every now and then, but then when I was young, but it shot me back into that child understanding, and it's like, that's what I've been missing. It was like just that. I don't even know what it's called. And then that's why, like, I ask people, like, did you get cuddled? Did you get all this? Because it's like, that's what I'm missing. And it doesn't mean I need it. It doesn't mean I need to be treated like a child, because I don't. But to me, that aspect is it's just like unconditional love, I guess. I don't fucking know. Like I said, there's still stuff that I don't understand in my life, because I don't have it. So I don't have the experience of it or for it yet. I don't have the knowledge of it. And really, that's kind of maybe what I'm chasing. It's just more knowledge. And like I said, all nature loves me, dude. It accepts me, and it gives me unconditional love, and it lets me be me. It doesn't judge me. I can dance, I can spin, I can jump, I can flip, and it just lets me be. Like, it doesn't giggle, it doesn't laugh, and I don't get a feeling that it's doing that either. You know, that there's groups of people in chat groups. I met a guy the other day, and he showed me, well, he didn't show me, but he opened up a group chat for a restaurant. And he was like, I hate these things. And I was like, yeah, I get it, bro. I was like, because they say everything about everybody. And it is what it is. It's fine. It's not good. It's not bad. But I told him, I was like, dude, at least let me be part of the joke. Like, if you guys are building group chats about me, like, tell me. I want to hear this stuff. I think it's hilarious. It's funny. And he just laughed. And, but it just, like I said, confirmation of what really goes on. And it's like, it's just a bunch of high school kids, man. Like, life is high school kids. They're just insecure about themselves, and then they just have to make everybody else look different or bad or make fun of them. And it is what it is. I don't care. Like, well, like I told him, it's like, dude, at least let them do it to me. Say it to me. Like, let's have fun together. But yeah, but he's cool. That's what I said. Like, once I get one-on-one with people, it's different. And they realize that, like, I'm not a joke. They realize that everything that I say, I am. And in time, you will understand that. Everyone will understand that I'm exactly who I am always. The ups, the downs, the major freaking walking contradiction that I am. Do you know how difficult it is to contradict yourself in every breath of air? Very difficult. And so, like, I had to learn to accept that that's me. That I am light and I am dark. I am white and I am black. And that I'm both extremes. I'm bipolar as a motherfucker, I guess. Whatever that looks like. And I accept it. And that was the point. Like, when I started listening to myself talk, very uneasy. Very uneasy at first. When I realized that, like, the little kid version would take over, and then so many other versions of me based on issues in my life would take over. And they sounded funny, sounded different, and I was like, man, but that's me. I can't run from that. That's me. And every version is true, authentic, and real. And then how do I just live with it? How do I live with it and don't care what anybody says, or someone says I'm crazy, someone says that I'm different. Like, the only difference is I'm speaking, I'm acting, I'm letting this stuff come out. I'm being free. I'm living free. This is freedom because it's outside of me. I'm letting it out. So instead of keeping it jailed up and locked inside of me, inside of this body, that is a containment facility. You could call it a prison. You could call it a container, you can call it a thermos, you can call it whatever holds something within. As time goes on, especially for 35 years when I held so much in, that thing is expanding, it's pushing. That energy is just going super fast. And it's just, how can you live? You're about to explode, you know? Like, and if something cracks or pushes you the wrong way, who knows what's gonna happen, you know? You're gonna just flip out. I'm just glad I never did. But I didn't never want to hurt people. I never saw any point of hurting people. Other than, like, you know, whatever, me and my mom would combat and fight. And then every now and then, especially when I would be drinking or something, then I would speak my true mind. And, but I just really never liked hurting people because I was hurting. And that's the play there. So what happens when trauma happens as a child, or when bad things happen to you as a child, you can go two ways. You can either choose not to hurt people, or you can hurt people and not give a fuck about them. I went that way. It doesn't mean I don't have tendencies, or it doesn't mean I'm stupid and that I make mistakes. I don't know that I'm truly hurting people when I am. And now I know. And now I know, like, I friend zone lots of people, or I reject them, or I don't understand they're hitting on me, and so then who knows, you know, it looks like I'm turning them down or something. But that was all just because of my self-worth issues with myself, and not thinking I was good enough, or that she liked me, or she wanted to spend time with me or something like that. So that's my fault. But I'm learning now, you know, whatever, or that I didn't have anything to give. And like I said, that was the whole point of me, where it's like, I realized in this huge transition of my life, like, I don't have anything to give you. So I thought, money-wise, I can't support you. Like, I don't need money. I'll figure out a way on my own. But like, I'll figure out all that on my own. But I don't have any monetary issue to give you right now. I don't know how to make your burdens lighter. You know, I have love. I got plenty of love. I got plenty of love to give. But, you know, I didn't think that was worthy, or I didn't think that I could love you the right way, or you wanted love from me, or I was good enough to love you. And all that's changed now. But like I said, now it's like, I can't go rock the boat anymore either with anybody, just because I don't know the damage I've done. And like, until someone can come to me and communicate, like I said, me and my brother did, where he reached out to me and I was like, boom, I'm here, let's talk. And then I was mature enough, I worked on myself enough to have an honest communication and truly speak my mind and hold up and protect myself and be honest and, you know, ask for forgiveness for the shit that I've done, knowing or unknowingly. You know, forgive me for, I don't know what I did, and or the child, or I was immature, or I was ignorant, and I was too wrapped up in myself to understand what happened. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you know. I tried my best, and that's the best that I could do at the time. But now I'm, like I said, now I'm getting better. Now I'm understanding, and it's still difficult because you still have that stain, and you still feel guilty, and you still maybe feel ashamed of the way things have gone down in the past. But you know, at the end of the day, I can't fix them unless the other person comes with an open heart too, and an open mind. And so that's kind of why I don't push things. And then when we meet again, hopefully the other person has an open heart and can accept my apology, because I'm sorry to the core of me. I don't know how I could change it. I can't. It's done. You know, and that's in anything that I've done. You know, and I'm trying to make up for it or right the wrongs, especially if it has something to do with money. You know, whatever, monetary stuff. Like, I'll have it. It's just taking longer than I thought, and it's fucking annoying, and it's difficult, and it's a wait for sure. But I'm still happy, and I think that's the biggest thing, is like having to continue to push myself, trust myself, understanding that in time everything will be what it needs to be. But the biggest issue was finding happiness in myself, and then me posting stupid random shit. And it's not stupid, and it's not random, but it's a lot. And it's like, I just want people to really realize and understand what I'm doing. And you don't have to, but that everything I'm giving away is free. All the wisdom that I have, whether you think it's wisdom or not, it's free. All the words that I'm saying is free. This is my time. And time, attention, and focus is love. And that's all I'm giving you. For free. For free. And some I'm giving a shit ton more than I am to others. And I'm okay with that. But it is for everyone. If you choose to take the time and listen and watch, maybe, just maybe, you'll learn something. Or maybe you'll see something from another perspective. Because like I said, when someone brings in another perspective, if you're open, it can change a lot of things. Like my buddy telling me I'm a loose cannon. And just me having that perspective, because I called myself the gunslinger. You know, I had in my imagination, I had two guns on my hip that I would just wah wah. You know, and you look back in the Western times, there was dudes who were super good, always accurate with it, right? Accurate. I can't even say the word accurate, whatever. And accurate. See, I have a speech impediment. But and you know, you could just see them like wham wham. But me, when he worded it that way, saying I'm a loose cannon, I saw the same action. The only difference is like maybe there's there's a 360 direction of where I can shoot. And I'm aware of all of it. But maybe I don't know where to shoot or why to shoot. What's the priority, you know? And that's why I need focus. But I had to be, you know, I think about it like if someone would have called me that 6 months ago, I probably would have got offended. You know? I would have been standoffish. You know, I would have been pissed. Or anytime someone tells me something, whatever, I would be standoffish or pissed or take it the wrong way. And now I'm just like, that's your perspective, that's cool. Can I use it? Is it logical? Does it make sense? Like, am I a loose cannon? Am I a dick? Do I seem heartless? Is there some way I can become better, softer? Can I speak softer? Can I show more love? Is what I'm doing very brass? And it is. And a lot of stuff that I talk about and say and post in my videos, it comes off. And if it triggers you, it's meant to trigger you. It's not intended for any specific person. Some stuff could be, but you never know. And I saw something today where it's like, it's crazy. If someone's mad at you, they're gonna think that every post that you post is about them. And it's like, that makes sense. You know, that really does make sense. And some of it is. But some of it is like, I just get excited and I love people. And so I don't have malice in it. If anything, it's just like, dude, I just love you so much. Like, you're just amazing. You're perfect. And you charge me. You give me inspiration. Like, and like I said, I wish I could just be around you all the time. But like, until you give me the okay to come around, I can't come back. And I think about that a lot of times. Was like, until you reach out and tell me, I can't come back because I don't want to hurt you. And I feel like I already have, maybe, or I am. And I just don't want to hurt people any more than it is. So I just stay away, I guess. I don't know the right answer. And I don't want to cause any more conflict. I mean, that's one thing, is like, I don't know the damage that I do. I feel like I'm a walking fire. And like I said, I don't nail people, I screw them. And I don't get what that means, because I don't know if that's negative or positive. You know, I don't know if that's negative or positive. And I perceive it as neither. I just screw them, whatever that means. Because like, when you nail things or screwing things, like, you're putting it together. You're making it permanent. You're making it so it can stand through the weather. And you're building something. And like, in order to unscrew a screw, you have to have a special tool, a head. You can't pry it off. You can't pry it apart. You can't pry it apart. You can cut it with a sawzall, maybe. You have to cut it off, you know, or you have to back the screw out. And so whatever it is, you don't nail people, Cody, you screw them. I don't get what that means. Other than when I give you something, it's there always. Like, you can't run from it. And that's why I have to be that's why everything I say is intended to be exactly what it is. It's not good, it's not bad, it's just a screw. And it makes it permanent. It makes it permanent. And I would look at it this way: if you are the thing that I'm screwing, like, you can't unscrew yourself, only I can do it. Or an external person can unscrew you. I guess. I don't know, I'm just working this out in my head. And so when I screwed the wood, the driftwood to the art, like, it's there always, as long as the screw bit good enough and it's in there long and deep enough. And so, I don't know. Like I said, I did move a piece of art in there today, and then one side of it, 2 pieces fell off, so I got to screw that on. I got to get longer screws to put that on there. And it sucks, man, because like, I moved all my art in the house, and like, dude, I don't have any more room. I can't even put it in the back room, because it won't fit through the doors because I have so much art. So it's like, I'm really done with art for a while. Like, I don't have room. I can't even make any more art because I don't have room for art. And dude, it's dark as shit. It's dark as shit. So I've been trying to walk my way to the truck. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. I just try my best. And I just have fun, and maybe I go extreme with it. Maybe I'm a lot, but it's like, I don't know anything else to do. That's the one thing, like, I just don't know what else to do. Like, the only thing I can do is just keep having fun, keep being myself, and if it's wrong, then I guess I'm just wrong. I just had a rabbit run in front of me. Or something. I don't know what it was. But, yeah. And I look at it, because like I said, dude, I look back at my life. I look back at as a kid, and I look back at being the weird one, you know, now. And so I had to reserve myself and be not this. And I understand I'm a lot. Like, I can't shake a stick at that anymore. Like, I get it. I get it, but in the moment, it's nothing but pure bliss. When I left the park earlier, I went to go get me some bean burritos, and I ended up pulling behind this car where the license plate said Bliss. And I was playing with that doll on my steering wheel, and dude, it made me so happy. It was pure bliss. Like a little childish act. Like, it just brought me so much joy. And, you know, I talk about, and I've felt through this journey, like one long thing, one game of playing in your imagination can fuel you for the rest of the day. It can set the tone. I had a buddy call me from one of the Indian reservations when I was gone, and we talked for a little bit, and I've talked about this before, and I told him, I said if there's one thing that I'm gonna leave you with today, to just try for a week, just try it for a couple days, is before you get out of bed, use gratitude. And I don't use it that much anymore, but I'm high as balls when I wake up anyways. Like, I'm either speaking something out of my mind, or poems, or rapping, or laughing as soon as I wake up. And I'm definitely not a morning person. I never was. Like, I hated it. I hated life. And so, but now it's like everything's just changed so much that it's like there's no reason not to be happy. Like, who knows, the whole day is just up in the air, and like, it's endless possibilities, and like, you never know what's gonna happen. You never know who you're gonna meet. You never know what's gonna come up. And that was the thing. Like, I got up when I got to the park, I was like, when I got up and left and went to the first park and fed my ducks, you know, I was kind of worried about money a little bit, or work or whatever. And but then, like, it popped right then. Like, I had two people call me and asked me about some jobs I looked at, and are you ready? What's the prices on it? And like, I was like, well, give me a second, because I didn't even run prices yet. So then I went to the hood of my truck and just wrote out prices real quick, and then just boom, and then got the go ahead. So it's like, that made me happy, because now I'm okay. I just got to go to work, which is fine. But it's like, it's almost when you don't worry, or when you do worry a little bit, but if you do the action of not worrying and just keep moving forward, everything will come into play. Like, everything will take care of itself, and what you need will be here when you need it. And it sucks, because like, I'm trying to get out of this business for sure. Like, my heart's not in it per se, but it doesn't mean I won't have fun doing it. But it doesn't mean, I just don't. Maybe that's my path, but I just thought it was going to be something different. I thought everything was going to be different. I thought I was going to be doing this, doing that, or helping people in another way. And in all reality, you know, I talk crap about therapy anyways. Like, in one right, it doesn't make sense to me, because you're taking people's money, you're taking people's time, and they may not even do the work, right? And so, like, the way that I want to do it is, like, I want you to spend not 1 hour with me. I want you to spend a weekend with me. I want you to be with me for 24 freaking hours. you know, or whatever it is. I want to be at a retreat where we're with each other all day. We're playing games all day. We're talking all day. Like, I'm tricking your mind. I'm tricking your reality. And I'm making you have to work on very difficult stuff. Because that's all that I do. Is when I'm playing, when I'm building, when I'm creating art, I'm working on the opposite shit. So I am in this state of excitement and joy, but at the same time, I'm diving into the deepest, darkest shadows. And that's what pushes me through. That's what makes it okay. That's what gives me baseline in the middle. Because they're so nasty. There's such disgusting feelings. There's such disgusting realizations of the things that you've done, the monster that you are, the people that you've hurt knowingly or unknowingly, the people you've made cry knowingly or unknowingly. And I don't know what I've done to people, but I can just assume that I've hurt them to the core. I don't mean to do it. I never meant to do it, but I've talked about this where I let my mom's anger ignite my anger. You know, I've reflected it. And so it's almost like I've pushed my insecurities on other people. I've pushed my fears on other people. And then in doing so, I hurt them when maybe they were just there to love me. And I'm the one who fucked up. I'm the one who rejected. I'm the one who self-sabotaged. And I don't know how that affected the other person. And like I said, I don't have the right for forgiveness, really, from them. That's on them, if they want to forgive me or not. I can only forgive myself and keep moving forward. And it's very difficult, because I don't like that at all, especially if I look at it as like those are the people that I love the most. And then I hurt them the most. It's fucking miserable. Then I have to live with that. Then I have to walk in shame with that. And I have to feel like shit with that every day. And I don't know how to right those wrongs at all. It doesn't make sense to me, because I can't rewrite the damage that has been done. That's what I've been trying to do this whole time. That's what I've been trying to do this whole journey, was to right the wrongs that happened to me, or what I felt was wrong on me, and to override them. And that was kind of the whole journey itself. Like, how do I erase memories? And I've talked about this to myself a lot. Like, how do I just erase the memories? How do I make everything okay? And then I just realized, like, you can't erase shit. Like, you can't. All you can do is change your perspective on it, and forgive yourself. And it's fucking difficult. It's very hard. It's not. It isn't really that hard, but it is. It is. And then, like, you have to truly mean it. And like I said, I'm sick to my stomach, because it's like I don't know how bad I've hurt people. And like I don't know. I just hope that they can forgive me. And I forgive myself, I do. But it doesn't right the wrong. And it doesn't mean that I don't see it in two different lights, where it's like, when I'm talking for myself, I can forgive myself because there's nothing I can do about it. And I can't just sit in that incapacitating shame and guilt, because that's good for nobody. But it doesn't mean that when I look at the other person, I don't feel like shit. I'm not afraid. And it's not. I'm not afraid per se, but I just feel like shit. It's like, how do I right this wrong? Like, is it possible? Can I? Like, and I don't know. And then again, I don't know what it is that I did wrong, and I keep looking at that, and I do know this isn't the avenue, I guess, but it was my insecurities. When I look at it, it's just me. It was my weaknesses, my insecurities, my fears, my not thinking I was good enough, me not thinking I was worthy of love. And that was the one thing, like, that was the hardest thing. And I think maybe it was definitely that primal wound. and the child understanding that everyone leaves, everyone abandons me, always being a victim, right? When it's like, in all reality, I probably just abandoned everybody else by not letting them in, by not reaching out for help, for not talking, for not speaking. And like I said, that's the biggest part, is like taking responsibility for your own actions and understanding that it was always me. I think of the Anti-Hero song by Taylor Swift. It's me. It's me. It was always me. I was the narcissist tendencies. Because I don't look at myself as a narcissist. I do have narcissistic ideas. I do definitely do narcissistic stuff. But then at this end of the day, like, my intent is always for the best. But in the past, it doesn't mean I didn't have those insecurities that caused me to take actions or do actions that could be deemed as narcissistic, or mean. But I don't know, man. I'm just trying my best. And like I said, I had to learn how to be this on my own. And then now I have the strength to go back and just be a better man for everybody. And understand that, like, I do try my best. I really do. I will say that. I do try my best. And I know it's fucking outrageous. And I know it's a lot. I know it's a lot. And I think about it where I came up with this idea about secondhand music a long time ago. And it's based off the concept of secondhand smoke. And I don't know how old I was. Probably 19, 20, 21. And it was just something I used to talk about, like secondhand music, where I crank my music up as loud as I can and force other people to hear it. Because why not? You know, why not? I like it, you know? And it was so funny because my brother told me, he was like, you know, maybe people, not everyone's gonna, you know, beat to your tune, you know, they're not gonna want to live like you live. And I go, I get it, man. I truly get it. But it's like secondhand music. You don't have to watch it. You know, you don't have, and when I do it in the avenue of this, or when I do it in the avenue of Instagram, like, you don't have to be my friend. You don't have to watch my stuff. You can just fly past it. The kid's crazy. But I'm gonna put it out there where it is my secondhand music. It's my secondhand beat. It's my beat, and I'm gonna blare it as loud as I can, because I came through hell. I came through the darkest shit. I don't know how I'm here. And I can perceive it where it wasn't that bad. But I can also perceive it where it was. And it was only catered to me. It was only catered to me. And so maybe I'm just being a pussy. Maybe I'm just being a little bitch. And maybe I was. And sure, I was. And I was in one right, because it's like I had a mom that adopted me and gave me whatever. And yeah, we had a difficult life, but like, she still kept me. You know, she did the best that she could with what she had. And I had brothers and sisters. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it was all my fault the whole time. It's always been my fault. And then so the battle was never really against other people. It was always a battle against thyself. And that's the one thing that I want people to understand. I don't hold grudges, like, really, technically. But it doesn't mean I'm going to be your friend. It doesn't mean I want to do business with you. It doesn't mean I want to hang out with you. It doesn't mean we're equally yoked. Like, it doesn't mean any of that stuff. And you have to understand, like, it is what it is, and I'm sorry. And then I could perceive other people look at me that way, where they're like, you did me wrong, Cody. It is what it is. We can't come back from that. And I get it. And all I can say is I'm sorry. Forgive me for didn't know what I did in the moment. But then as time progressed and I look back, then I could go, fuck, I did that. Fuck, I did that. Fuck, I was being a little bitch. You know, fuck, I ran. And so I get it. You know, and then it's a pride and ego check for yourself. And it's not an easy pill to swallow. It's not an easy pill to swallow. And that's why, like, my world is burning down, because at some point, like, everything catches up to you, you know? And you just have to accept it and then change it and do stuff about it. And so that's what I've done, you know? And that's where my art comes into play. Like, what I decided, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna ride this bull until it spits. I'm gonna run it for all it's dry, because I see no other path. I see no other path. And because I have to do two things at once. I have to figure out how to make money, and I have to figure out how to heal myself. If I continue to work the way that I'm doing, I won't be able to heal myself. I can have plenty of money, but I'll never have the time to heal myself. So I was like, well, I just gotta hit both of these in the capacity, and sacrifice money, sacrifice relationships, sacrifice anything outside of me, so I can spend a window of time to correct everything that I did wrong for myself. And then in doing so, maybe I can learn, help others, and help correct the things that I've done wrong to others by the time I get done. And hopefully they'll see the amount of work that I've done to at least believe when I say I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And if there was some way I could go back in time and only change that one instance when I hurt you, I would do it. I would do it. But it's not plausible. And then I'm in the same boat as if it was plausible and I went back and I saved you that pain, then at the end of the day, I wouldn't be me now. And I wouldn't be able to help you. And it's not about anything selfish other than I wanted to be the best for you, because you deserve the best. And it's fucking collateral damage. It sucks. I watched the video on a movie when I went to my buddies, and it was about the president and how he had to blow something up and retaliate, whatever, you know. And he was like, well, when's the less people there? And they're like, at night. There's 20 people there instead of 160. And he's like, well, then evidently we got to do it at night. I don't want to do this. This is the worst part of my job, but we do have to do this. And we have to do it at night because it has a less amount of people. But like, who's going to call that dude's family, the janitor's family who's cleaning at night? Like, who's going to call that guy, his family, and say, we did this and he was just a sacrifice? And it's like, there's no easy way to do this. I mean, I guess I could have locked myself up in a room and never came out, but this was the only way. And I didn't know, and it does eat me alive. But like I said, I just hope people understand that I'm definitely sorry for anything that I've done to you and hurt you from the bottom of my heart. And that's all I can say. I don't know what else to do. I didn't mean to. Like I said, dude, and I let my pride and ego and insecurities get in the way, and it is what it is. It is what it is. There's nothing I could do. There's the otter. The otter's here swimming. You think about it. You think about a beaver and creating a beaver dam. Why do they do that? I don't know. To live in. And so, but what kind of damages happen to the rest? And it's not damage, it's part of the cycle, it's part of the ecosystem, it's part of what has to happen in life. And it's just a ripple effect. And like I said, I mean, if it pushes you to grow, because I think about things happening to me, they push me to grow. Me being rejected pushed me to grow. Me being turned down pushed me to grow. You think about, you know, like if you get on TikTok and they talk about like when a girl cheats on a guy, what does a guy do? He like has a glow up. He goes and works out. He gets strong. He focuses on money, you know, and he betters himself. And it's kind of the same thing when you got to look back at life and go, I could perceive something as negative. So, oh yeah, so me and this dude talked about it yesterday. Was like, all this stuff happened in his life and pushed him to where he's at now. Now he's making more money. He's working less time. He has more time with his family. And I was like, so now you can perceive. I was like, when you're in the shit, when you're in the trenches, you think it's the end of the fucking world. You think it's the most devastating thing that's ever happened to you. But then now that time has passed, you look back and you go, that was the best thing that ever happened to me. It taught me to love myself. It forced me to love myself. And I look at that especially about like the last big thing in my life, where it forced me to focus on myself, to love myself. And I'm ever grateful for that, where it's like I'm the man that I am because of the things that happened to me, especially in the 2 years of my journey. The wrongs that I've done, the rejection that I felt, and you know, and then I'm just looking at me, and evidently I rejected people or did wrong them. I'm sorry, but it pushed me into continuing this journey and becoming better for me, better for myself. And then, like I said, everything ultimately has been for me to be better for humanity, but mostly for a future potential partner or a future partner, and then future kids, and then future people that are in collaboration with me. And then anyone that I do meet that I can maybe help, show them that it is possible and give them some type of hope that you can change your mental, you can change your surroundings, you can change everything. It just takes time, attention, and focus. It just takes time, attention, and focus. So, I don't know, man. It is beautiful. There's clouds out here, and then the stars. And I'm semi-tired, but not really. But I don't know, man. All I can say is I'm sorry. And it's not even catered. It's catered to maybe a few people. And one specifically, but just because I don't know anything. And it's always wanted the best. And I guess at the time maybe I didn't think I was good enough or the best option. But like I said, that was just my past. But now I know. I know and I believe in myself. I believe in what I can do. I believe how I love. I believe how I have patience. Because I had to have all that stuff in me, man. And dude, you gotta have patience if you're with me. like for myself, that's what I'm saying is like, I had to be so patient with myself because I'm fucking lying. So that's why I just like, I catch myself in the moment where it's like, I get it. I so get it. Like I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going to be 10 minutes from now, let alone a week, let alone 5 years, you know, other than I'm going to be smiling, I'm going to be happy, and I'm going to be having fun. Even if I'm in another world on fire, I'll manage. I'll make it work. You know, it will be exactly what it is supposed to be. And there's so much freedom in accepting that. And it will be exactly what it's supposed to be. And you'll get through it just like you get through it today. You get through it like you got through it yesterday and the next day. And you're tough, you're strong, you're beautiful, you're everything, you're the only thing. You're exactly whom you're supposed to be right now. Doesn't mean you don't have to stay that way, or you have to stay that way. You can change it. You can be anything you want to be. It just takes time, attention, and focus. But what do you want to be? And I would start off by only a few questions, like, why am I not happy? How do I become happy? What would make me happy? What would make me smile? But like I said, that's what I started with. It was like, why am I not happy? This makes zero fucking sense. I got money. I got work. And I thought that was my worth. But it's like, I'm not happy. I don't have anyone with me. I don't see people really. I do the same shit over and over and over again. I have nothing to show for it other than some material stuff, but that doesn't bring me joy. That doesn't bring me happiness. It's not even real. It can't hold me. It can't talk to me. It can't love me. It can't push me. It can't question me. It can't do anything for me. And so, just put my head down and just started watching and doing what I didn't do before. And let's just do what I haven't done before. Just plain and simple. If it didn't work that way, let's do the opposite. Let's try something crazy. Let's go out. Let's go spend money on myself. Let's go pamper myself. Let's go get my nails done. Let's go get haircuts. Let's go get massages. Let's go start spending time, attention, and focus on me. I deserve it. I guess. In the beginning, I didn't think I deserved anything. I thought I was a bastard. I thought I was a piece of shit. People only called me really, for the most part, when they wanted something from me. And that's even more so true now, but like I said, I do push people, so it's probably very uncomfortable. Cause yeah, and I don't know. I'm a lot. I'm definitely a lot. But I'm me, and it's okay. And the reason why I keep saying that is because I'm having to accept the fact that I'm a lot. And it's regular to me. But then again, it's kind of not, because I'm still learning this is who I am, turned up. And that I have the energy to be this, always. And I can choose to be this high energy always. It's not a deficit. I'm not losing it. It actually fuels me. It gives me more energy. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense where I should be losing energy. But it's not working that way. It just gives me more energy. And it's almost like the idea of infinite power is made from the infinite source. And the issue was starting it up. It takes a long time. And I've talked about it, where it takes a long time. And so maybe it took about 3 years for me to start to let it churn up to top speed. And I'm probably not even at top speed yet. But it's like once you start it, instead of, like a yo-yo or something like you spin it. In the act of you spinning it, it takes a minute to build up kinetic energy. But then being that it's an infinity symbol, once it's charged up completely, there's nothing to stop it. And that's me. It just took time to get to the top. Where now once it goes, you can't touch it. You can't stop it. You can throw something in it. You can throw a stick in there like a bicycle wheel. It will not stop. It will shatter it and it will break it. And I look at that concept as love too. Where I've done everything that I've done because of love. You can take that any way you want. Self-love and love for another, no matter what. Doesn't mean I'll end up with somebody specific or not. But everything I've done was because of that concept of love. And that I felt that no one showed it to me. No one showed me what real love was. So I had to show it to myself in the only capacity that I could. And so I did it. But I don't do things just for me. So I also did it for another. And it's all for free. I don't want nothing in return. I would love something in return. At least in the idea of it. But it doesn't mean that that's the way it's going to work. And I'm okay with that. I got rid of expectations a long time ago. And really, when I look at it, yeah, so specifically for one person, and then for the rest of the world, I've done the same thing. Where you deserve to love yourself completely. You are everything. I can't stress this enough. You're worthy of everything. Like, you're an individual for that reason. You're not your brother. You're not your sister. You're not your mom, and you're not your dad. You're exactly you. You're worthy of everything. You're worthy of every breath that you get, which is everything. Every single tree, every single animal is doing something in this reality so you can live. It rains for you. The sun rises for you. The moon rises for you. The tide moves for you. Everything in this world is catered for you. The bugs, the birds, the bees, the flowers, the wind, like volcanoes and tornadoes, ice, glaciers. Like, it's all made for you. It's all made for you. It all sings your name. It all knows. They all know your name. They all want you. They all, in some right, pray for you. They talk about you. And they don't judge you. They don't have chat groups about you. They don't call you stupid. They don't call you crazy. They don't make fun of you. Like, they live in for you. They're standing for you. They die for you. It's only us humans that are dicks. You know? It's only us humans that are assholes. It's only us humans that are jealous. It's only us humans that hate. I look at animals and maybe they have rivalries, but that's not hate. That's part of the circle of life. If one of them want to procreate, they're going to go challenge another alpha. It's not hate. They don't destroy ecosystems for resources, for power, for money. They may go kick a lion out. You know, and there could be instances where they kill the young animals. But they don't know hate. I'm telling you, they're not doing it for the way that we're doing it. For no fucking reason. For pride and ego. For clout. And like I said, even sports, for sport. Like, you got dolphins, they can kill for sport. And then they're saying that there's some whales now that are like disabled in boats. Some killer whales are. But they're just pissed. Because we're like freaking murdering their ecosystem and murdering them. I'll be pissed too. But yeah, it's us humans. We're just nasty human beings, like jealous of everybody. Which makes zero sense. I can't help that you got rolled the dice to be in that family and I didn't. That has nothing to do with you. Why would I be jealous? Like, that doesn't make you different. It just is that's the role you got. I mean, if you've ever played the game of D&D, like, you roll the dice, that's your role. Like, why would I be jealous of that? If you rolled a 20 and you can critical strike me, that's just the fucking role. That's the role you got. That sucks for me. I can't fight it. You know? I can't change that. You critical strike me, there's nothing I could do. You just started on another corner of the map than I did, with other assets that I didn't have. And your life is max difficulty for you. And my life was max difficulty for me. And my life taught me lessons that I needed for me to overcome. And your life teaches you lessons for you to overcome. And then hopefully we can be mature enough, any of us, all of us, to come together as humans and use all that knowledge and power and wisdom together to make our world a better place. A good place. The good place. Heaven on earth. Where everyone's needs are met. Basic needs are met. And then we have some rules and regulations to not hurt people, to not infringe on each other's free will, to not hate, to not kill, to not murder, to not steal. And to clean up our world. And not even so much for us, the older ones, but for generations after us. We can teach them what they need to know. We can lay a good foundation so they can continue to grow. So they can be safe. So they can laugh. So they can smile. So we don't have epidemics of suicide, or fentanyl, or needles in the woods, or people so wanting to get out of here that they'll do anything it takes. You know, and some people, they're done. They have no hope left, and that sucks. That sucks. And that's something we need to talk about as people. But have a mature talk about it. A real one. There's a lot of things that we really need to talk about. Maturely. Because it's rough, man. It's a rough world. And, you know, and what's crazy is innocence suffers because of it. Which is like the biggest contradiction ever. The biggest. Animals and children. And I've talked to people about this. Like, what happens when your innocence gets taken away? Are you still innocent? Like, I'm fucked up. Because my innocence was taken when I was a child. I'm fucking fucked up.
I want this to last forever. Let's live in the moment.
So am I innocent or not? Because once that innocence was taken, everything changed. And so you look at it where, like, it doesn't mean that from that point on, like, I'm not causing harm myself, because I have. But in certain scenarios, I turn into a child. And I can't say no. This is why I'm the way I am with women. That's why I don't push them. That's why I don't force them. That's why I'm not assertive. Because my innocence was taken from me. And I thought I couldn't say no. I couldn't resist it. And so I don't run around town being assertive. I talked to a guy about it. And it kind of fucked me up because we were talking about sex and we were talking about abuse and how cruel love, the concept of whatever, is cruel. And then, like I said, if someone has an issue in the mind or something like that, or they, whatever, I become your abuser. And it fucks me up. But then again, like at the same time, like if you like that, but it doesn't matter. I still have to step into the role of your abuser. Somebody that abused you before, maybe when you was a child, and then now that you're an adult, you thought that's how you're supposed to be loved. That's what you think sex is supposed to be. And so if I come over there and we do this and that's the way you want it, I have to be your abuser now. You know how fucked up that is? Or the way that I was taught. So now I'm mimicking my abuser in the act of this sex or whatever. Right? And I was never taught real love. I was never taught what real sex was supposed to be. The intimacy, the bonding, the safety and security in each other. The real safety and security in each other and loving each other as themselves. And not wanting to hurt the other. But wanting to make each other happy in the max capacity of that. With only good intentions. Not selfish pleasure, but like an equal self of pleasure, where you're equally trying to please each other first. And that's kind of the idea where it's like raised up in the society that I'm raised up in and stuff is like, it's kind of twisted and backwards, where like the more pleasure I get and use the other person like a toy or an animal, the more they like it, because that's what they think, that they're not good enough, that they deserve to be abused or treated like that. And that's fine. That's cool. Whatever, do what you want to do. If that's what gets you off, who knows. But it is backwards idea. It is twisted. You're worth more than a sex object. It doesn't mean I don't get off on the fact of treating you like that. But I'm broken. But also, that's why I'm saying I'm torn between the idea too. Where it's like, I don't want to treat you like that because it's negative. Too. It's negative because you're worth everything. You're not just an object. You're not just an object. You're way fucking more. And so we're all just so fucked up in this world. Based on pornography, based on sex, based on stuff happening to us when we were little, based on us not having any worth, based on us wanting to be humiliated. Like, I don't mind getting humiliated in those instances or told what to do by a woman, but I'm fucked up. Like, that's what I was taught. I was taught to please you based on you, what you wanted me to do. And then I got a good boy if I did good for you. But that's not right. Like, I should get a good boy for just being me. And so that's where it's like, we've went so far to both extremes on this shit. They're like, well, everyone's fucked up. Everyone's fucked up. Well, like I'm attracted to everything pretty much, but older women for sure. And that's because I was abused. And then also like in other rights, what I'd never had. And so, like I said, a lot of this journey is just calling forth and saying what is true. And then from that point on, choosing to continue to do it or learn to put separations on it to where you can communicate with your partner, and hopefully you don't just have hundreds and thousands of partners, because that deludes the idea as well. And then you build the habit of that's how you're supposed to be treated. And that's what you like, that's what gets you off. Where it's like you can kind of you can start anew and go, well, from this point on, maybe that's what we do like, and we'll get to that point again at some point. But at first, we got to be intimate with each other and learn to do something different. And it's going to be scary, but you may get off in that scariness. That could be a greater high, a greater pleasure than you've ever had by truly being intimate with somebody. And like, what if that is the case? Because like, I look at my art that way, where it's like, I've never been this free with myself, and this is the greatest high I've ever had. Like me eating and creating little bubbles of imaginary places, I've never been so high. Like, these highs are worth chasing. They're clean, they're innocent, no one's getting hurt, and it's just me. It's all just for me. Nothing's ever been just for me. It's clean. Like, I owe nobody nothing. There's no shame, there's no guilt. In those little windows of time of me creating, nothing fucking matters. I owe nobody nothing. You can judge me all you want, but this does not apply to you. You can tell me whatever you think you want to, but it doesn't fucking apply. This has nothing to do with you. This only has to do with me. Doesn't mean it's good. It doesn't mean it's bad. But I made it. I gave my time, I gave my attention, and I gave my focus to it. It's the best I can do. And if that's not good enough, fuck you. Holla. Love y'all. Peace.